Babe, they got a great.
Well, there we go. There's no Tracy today. She's still out, but there is a TJ Miller on our screen.
Hello, all.
Hi, TJ.
Hi, guys.
Oh,
That
God.
worked
Bye,
perfectly.
TJ.
If it's not my wife kissing me right when it all starts, it's me dropping the iPad.
Do you know what's
Hello.
fantastic is I can close my eyes and listen to you talk, and I immediately know who you are. You have such a distinct voice, and my kids know you and love you from your meh from the
Emoji movie.
The Emoji
Gotta get a
Movie.
little bit of the Big Hero 6 in there.
Then Big
and,
Hero 6. My kids.
How to Train
yeah.
Your Dragon, Ready Player One, depending on how old your kids are. Yeah, it's all
I don't think
happening.
I saw that
Fizz
one.
likes that because when he goes to the grocery store and he's yelling, like kids know, oh, that's Fizz. That's Fizz talking. They know his voice as well.
I believe it. Big Mike, you have a pretty good voice too. Look at us.
I appreciate
just
that,
three
man.
gentlemen complimenting each other's voices.
Great voices, all and
Colorado
all here
style.
from the Mile High
Exactly.
City, all from Colorado.
Yeah, it's not weird. Where did you grow up, TJ?
Capitol Hill. So
Capitol
right
Hill. You're a
downtown,
Cap Hill
basically.
kid.
I am a Cap Hill kid.
I'm bringing you with me to any fights I have at a bar. You can probably hold your own pretty well.
Well, it's really funny because growing up, when I told people I was from Denver, they go, "Oh, did you ride a cow to school?" You know, they kind of didn't understand. And then, but what happened was I went to East High School, and that was like, metal detectors on the way in, zero tolerance gun policy. I always thought that was so funny. Just the idea of saying, we're not doing this 2 guns, you're okay, and then the 3rd gun, you're out, okay?
Yeah.
It is 0. First gun, and you're out of here. So, it was the real thing. So that was pretty interesting growing up right there. And I mean, I lived 11 blocks from downtown, so I was truly a city kid. I think it's why I went to George Washington University, where I met that young lady that was smooching me right
ya.
before we started. And Kate, if you want to do that again, we're recording it. So it's up to you. But
Live smooches for the audience.
It was a good look. And so yeah, I went to George Washington University where I met Kate, and that was just a very very city school. And I think that was because I went to East, which was such a city school, and because I grew up sort of near Cheeseman Park, kind of almost downtown. What about the two of you? You both from Colorado?
Born in Fort Collins, sir.
Nice.
Yes.
I went to Montbello. I went to Montbello High School.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Are you guys beefing?
Rarea campus.
You okay?
The
Dude, look-
Warriors and East beef, I don't think was that hard, so I think we're okay.
It was Warriors and Angels. There wasn't a lot of conflict. One was of the heavens, one of the earth.
Exactly. So went to school out here. Did you start doing comedy here in Colorado as well?
No, I didn't. And I didn't start in, I was in an improv sketch video troupe. It was a group. It was a group of weirdos. And that was in Washington, D.C. It was sort of the college improv group. And then I started in Chicago.
Okay.
So I'm sort of a Chicago comic who's from Denver. And then I love going back, and I play the Gothic Theater whenever I'm in Denver. And it's been far too long. So I hope to come back next year, I think is the next time I'd have it on the books.
Love the Gothic. Where are you living now? Are you this
That's great.
bookshelf, magical bookshelf behind you? Is this L.A.?
No, I'm in New York right now. And this is the bookshelf in its entirety. So we can do that right. And then on this side is all sort of cheap Colorado whiskey,
Nice.
Oh,
tin cup, etc. And
Tin
on this
cup,
side is
yeah,
just
yeah.
jars of marijuana. So
Okay.
this is, but right here looks like I'm an academic scholar.
where are your jars of peanut butter?
I don't get high on my own supply,
Oh, gotcha.
Smart.
to tell you the truth, because
Smart.
and I don't even have any regular peanut butter, much less smooth peanut butter, in our house, because I fear that I will come home late and eat the entire jar, because that's how big of a peanut butter guy I am. And so we are a peanut butterless household right now.
Well, and people that have had that like your peanut butter, they live by your peanut butter. I mean, they know the flavors by heart, and like the go-to, and like I know that your new comedy album's called Smooth Peanut Butter, so I was wondering if it was a joke, but no, you can go online right now to your website, and I think it's like TJ Miller doesn't have a website, or you can correct me on that.
TJ
but you can buy
TJ Miller does not have a website.com, and yeah, there, and then also on Amazon, you can buy my line of peanut butter. You can also buy my line of hot sauce. I have 3 flavors of hot sauce, very, very good, all of them. But my peanut butter line is 3 flavors. It is it's so funny. It's dark chocolate coconut. That's for the ladies.
Oh God, that sounds delicious.
chocolate cherry.
Did you say that's
chocolate
for
cherry.
the ladies? Because that one sounds awesome to me.
That's okay. It's good to be sort of a feminine man nowadays.
Absolutely.
It's 2024. It's
Yeah,
totally fine.
It's acceptable.
Toffee crispy.
Kate, it's so funny. Kate's doing like stuff in the background, and she keeps looking at me and silently telling me things. I'm like, okay, okay. And then there's cherry chocolate with real dried cherries, milk chocolate, and honey roasted peanuts. And my favorite is toffee crispy with toffee, milk chocolate, and Rice Krispies.
Yeah, and
Big
Jeff,
Mike, I
Jeff
can
isn't
feel you're
doing that.
digging on
Jeff
that.
isn't doing
No.
stuff like that.
They don't know what they're doing. And then the so that's great, and you can find that on Amazon or on my on my website. TJ Miller does not have a website.com.
Are you going to grow it? Like, is this going to become something I can buy
Okay,
at
bring
Whole
that over
Foods
here.
or something? Yeah, show me.
No, I like it on Amazon. Kate she's going through all of our suitcases right now. And she
Tail?
just held this one up.
What is
Well, look
that? What happened? What was murdered? Oh, it's alive!
Oh.
Aw. Cute.
Oh,
All right,
Who
Kate.
is that?
That's Geyser.
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 Uh oh. It gets
That
shorter.
poor
and shorter.
tail.
All right, here we go. Oh my God, there's nothing better than a good Zoom cat joke.
Oh,
you
God.
need one. You need one.
It's like we're back in
Let's do
COVID
it.
times.
Well,
Oh,
the new album is called Smooth Peanut Butter. Now, as you mentioned, it's on all the streaming platforms right now: Apple, Spotify, Amazon. And that was recorded in what, Nashville?
Nashville, Tennessee. You can also check it out tonight at 9 p.m. on Sirius XM. There's a full spin of the entire album. And yes, I filmed it in Nashville or shot. Well, see, it's so rare that there are audio comedy albums, but it was recorded live in Nashville, and it's cool because it has a lot of like, it's some improvisation, which is kind of my forte. That's what I do. But then there's, just straight up, like some of it's about the pandemic, and then it's just straight bits, and then a couple stories. My favorite story right now from it is that in college, I had a Razor scooter, and those foldable scooters.
Oh, yeah.
And I love that. I love that.
We've had
Fizz is
many
like,
injuries in our
"Oh,
hallways
yeah.
with these things.
Oh, yeah. Hey, my kids are
So-
13 and about to be 11, so I know all too well about the razors in my shins. And
Yeah, right, exactly.
God.
But I was pretty good, and I couldn't believe I was the only one with a Razor scooter in my college. I could get to class really quickly. There were a couple of tricks that I could do. I thought it was very cool. Well, then one night I was at a party, a college party. This is before Kate, and there's this really cute girl. So I wanted to go talk to her. I walked up to her. I go, "Hey, you look really cool." And I wanted to introduce myself. I'm TJ Miller. And she was like, "Oh, yeah, you're the Razor scooter guy." And that was the last time I ever rode a Razor scooter. That was the end of the beginning of the Razor scooter years. So it's fun, like stories like that. And it's just a fun audio album, and it really harkens back for me. In Denver, in my room, I used to just wear out compact discs, kind of listening to Steve Martin, Let's Get Small, Comedy Is Not Pretty, Lenny Bruce, which I didn't understand at all, but I knew that he was a big deal. I didn't understand his social satire of the 70s and 80s.
right.
Well, 70s, I guess. And then, so I would sort of, listening to comedy was one of the ways that I came to kind of know it. And I think it's really cool that I now have an audio album that maybe aspiring comedians will listen to and say, well, if he can do it, I can do that. So it's kind of, what I'm hoping for. But the smooth peanut butter, I just thought was so funny that I'm beginning to just brand myself as a peanut butter guy, which I think is fantastic.
Where in Nashville did you record it?
It was at Zany's Comedy Club.
Zany's Comedy Club. Yeah, we go to Nashville a lot. We play country music here in Denver on KYGO, so we're
Heck
very
yeah,
familiar
man. I've
with the
listened to
town.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a fun little city.
it's a fun one. It's kind of become a bachelorette party with the
That's the
city
problem.
somewhere underneath it.
Oh, that's the
It's a city
asterisk.
underneath
Every
it.
time you say Nashville's a fun city, there's an asterisk. Too many bachelorette parties.
So many bachelorette parties. But one of the fun things about Nashville, and this was the last time I went, I actually interviewed Jonah for my special Dear Jonah, which is streaming now on my YouTube. I have like 5 specials on YouTube. One is all about Spokane, Washington, the Spokane special. And it's so hilarious because if you don't live there, then you don't understand any of the references, but it's still pretty funny. And then a Colorado special from the Stanley Hotel. And
Awesome.
and so that's a completely improvised special, primarily about how terrible their hedge maze is. But one of my favorite things about Nashville and kind of being a celebrity is that those bicycling bars, where the bachelorette parties are on there all pedaling, I just jump on one of those, kind of hang out for a bit, have a free White Claw
While they're
jump
putting the
off
work
when
in.
I'm all done. Yeah, well, they put the work in. I just kick my feet up and say, "Hey, who's seen the Emoji Movie?"
That'll get you at least a block. Yeah.
That's it.
Before they kick
That's
you
all
off.
it'll take, right? And then Big Hero 6 will get you another 2 blocks. You just gotta have the CV. You gotta have that IMDb page up so they can see it. They know it. It's real. The Nashville audiences are hilarious, and so it was really cool. But like the beginning of the album, this guy. One of the bouncers comes up to me right before the show starts, one of the shows, and he goes, "Hey man, there's a table of drunks. I mean, they're so drunk. So I just wanted to let you know." I go, "Okay, where is it?" He goes, "Well, the table, it's table 64." And I was like, I don't know the numbers of the table.
I don't work
And then they're
here.
like, "Ladies and gentlemen, TJ Miller." And I was like, where are they? And he's like, it's behind it. And then I just had to go on stage. And I'm up there, and I'd say within 45 seconds, I located the drunks. So there's fun stuff like that where it's like it just happened in the moment. It made sense to keep it for the album, and so it made the cut. And this is my first comedy album on an independent record label, and so I really spent a lot of time with it. I've been asking people, are either of you perfectionists? Would you consider yourself perfectionists?
No.
25% of effort at all time.
That's the big Mike way. I am not a perfectionist. Excuse me, but for this, it really felt like I just had to get it right. If it was the first one, I just had to get it right. And so it's like 8 months in the making, and I'm just it rules. I'm gonna bleep out I'm gonna censor myself, but it is the greatest album that I could have even come up with. And a lot of people say, "Oh, that's bull," but it's not.
Yeah.
It's the real thing. So I'm psyched about people listening to it. And again, it's cool. It's like the idea of people in Colorado listening to it and being like, "Man, that's so cool."
Yeah.
Like that guy's from Denver, and
Heck yeah.
he refuses to fight any alumni from Marbella.
Well, we appreciate you. We know the Ma City
No,
is
wait,
so
we're
proud.
not done.
Oh, okay.
Not done at all.
Don't start
Big Mike's trying to get
rapping.
rid of me.
No, I wanted to ask you one of my all-time favorite movies, like definitely top 5 Christmas movies, but probably top 20 movies of all time is Office Christmas Party. Just tell me some funny, you got to give me something from that movie because I think it's genius, that
Here's
movie.
something
And you
really
do
funny.
such a great job in that movie. It's
Thanks, man.
hilarious.
Thank you so much. And that's just kind of me. And that was also Steven Spielberg produced. But what's funny is I get the most questions about Jennifer Aniston. And she's one of the few people that people say, "Was she cool? Was she actually?" I go, "Man, she was cool. She
Really?
was so chill." So I know it's dumb to say down to earth, but she was just kind of hanging, talking about stuff. And the funniest thing, we did that wrestling scene and we were kind of waiting and doing it. And we were all so exhausted. And she just went, "You know what I'm thinking about? Just salted bagels with butter. I'd have them scoop it out and get it in butter." And that was in New York City on the way to school. I would always have a salted bagel with melted butter. And so for the end of it, like when we wrapped, I had one of the assistants go get salted bagels with butter. And I, handed it out to people and I go, where's Jen Aniston? And the directors were like, she kind of snuck out, because she's got a plane she's got to catch. And I was like, that's such a bummer, because I got all these salted bagels for her with the butter, like she used to have when she was a kid. And the director is this guy who's somebody who's like, honey, she doesn't eat bagels. I can't imagine the last time she had a bagel. And I just thought that was so funny, because I was like, oh yeah, that's right. She's the most fit person on the face of the earth. Her and my wife are the most fit people I have ever come across in my life.
But she would have really appreciated the thought.
It's the sentiment.
I think so. I think that's exactly right. So that was pretty fun. And then it was just so much joking around, because all those guys are comedians. That cast was just exceptional.
Such a great cast.
Every single person. But, you said top 5 Christmas movies. I have a question for you, because I'm also, the next film I'm doing is another Christmas film.
Is it really?
But it's PG-13, and it's going to be amazing. It's intergalactic in terms of the level of new and different it is. But while working on this film, I've been asking people, because we're writing it. A buddy of mine and I have written the film. We have a producer. We've pitched it to some really big studios. They love it. But we've been going around asking people, what is your favorite Christmas movie? This is for each of you. I gotta know.
Well, I mean, yours is top 5. I would say Christmas Vacation, probably, for me.
Yeah, I think that one is so funny.
It's so
really
funny, and it never gets old.
It's true.
Yeah, I loved Bad Santa. It's such a unique movie. There's nothing like it to me. Like that one always stands out to me, the original.
Well,
that little fat kid, where is he today?
He's over at my place. He lives upstairs. He lives with us in our apartment in New York City.
He actually teaches at Montbello High School now.
He's on a sabbatical, just hanging out on my place. I'm so happy you said that, Big Mike, because our film that we're writing is kind of the opposite of Bad Santa. Because it could almost be called Good Santa.
Okay.
And we did research for it, because it takes place in the Mall of America. And these Santas they're like saints. They live as Santa Claus in December. They grow their beards. They do something called going white, which is where you dye your eyebrows and your beard and your hair white. And they don't curse during December. They don't drink. And they just really are like, they love Santa Claus. They really, almost each of them are really Santa Clauses. And so that's kind of the culture of this movie, is like following sort of the best of those Santas, because he has to figure out how to save the world. That's all I can tell you.
Well, no drinking, no cussing in December. Fizz is out.
Yeah,
Fizz is out.
I don't even know how to talk to you at that point. I don't even.
Don't worry. I'm sure Fizz can drink enough for all of the Santas.
You're writing it right now. So what's the timeline of this? Like Christmas 2026?
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like. It might be 2025. We might film it in 2025, and then it'd come out Christmas of 2026.
And you'd be in it. You're starring in it. You're not writing this role for Jason Bateman, right?
I am not, although he is incredibly funny.
He can guest star.
Yeah, he can guest
cameo.
Star. He can play an elf if he's willing to act from the knees up. I think is the idea. He's going to have to get down on his
TJ,
knees.
it's great talking to you, man. I really enjoy. I love that you're from Colorado. I love that you love peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. I'm going to get your peanut butter, and I'm going to listen to your peanut butter. I'm going to do all things TJ Miller peanut butter.
That's good. Thank you very much. Don't involve a dog. Guys, you're awesome. And see you soon. Check out Smooth Peanut Butter, available everywhere you can listen to things.
Absolutely.
All the sites, all the streaming services.
All right, man. Have a great one. Thank you.